Hey guys, I'm gonna try to dart through my whole collection here. Probably be real fast, just a couple seconds per gun, and then in the future, maybe make a video for each one. We're gonna start here with pistols first. I think just about everybody has one of these. This is a Gen 4 Glock 19. Obviously, it's chambered in 9mm. Next up, we have a PSA dagger build. It's on an SCT frame, I believe what it is. I'd put the internal Glock parts in it. I mean, this thing costs less than my last trip to the grocery store, so not a bad pistol for the price. Sticking with the striker fires first, we got a Sig Sauer P320 with the Apex trigger and Sig Night sights, threaded barrel, and a Streamlight HL. Here we have the Ruger LC9S. Just a nice little small carry gun you can tuck away, also 9mm. Last for striker fired guns, we have the Canik Rival with the Holosun 507 on it. Probably my favorite pistol to shoot. For the money, these things are hard to beat. Great triggers, nice gun. Getting into hammer fired guns, this is a CZ75. This has got to be about the most comfortable gun to handle. I don't know why, just the grip angle and everything. Just some aftermarket grips. I believe these are Trijicon sights on this one. Really makes me want to get a Shadow 2. Really want a Shadow 2. Next up we have the Beretta 92A1. Only thing really done to this, it has Alamont grips on it. They don't really show up in video as good as they look. And the Wilson Combat sights, green fiber optic with a serrated blacked out rear. I'm sure everybody's seen one of these before. Here's the first thing that's not chambered in 9mm. This is a Rock Island Armory. I believe it's a TAC-2. It's a 10mm. Kind of comes with upgrades straight from Rock. It's got the fiber optic front sight, extended beaver tail, ambi safety, which is great for a wrong-handed person like myself. Nice trigger there, bud. And my only full-size caliber wheel gun. This is a Smith 686 Tallow Edition. Just beautiful. I love this gun. It's a plus. You got 7 rounds of 357 versus a normal 6. Once again, beautiful grips on this one. And the last of the handguns. This is a Black Friday special Heritage Rough Rider 22, single action only. I mean, for the price of these things, I think everybody should have one just to plank. This is great fun. Well, I said last of the handguns, but I guess technically these are handguns. So we have a Century Arms AP5P. I think it's made by MKE on HK Tooling is what I got told. It has the A3 tactical sighting folding brace, kind of nice and tight there. Sig Romeo up top. This is a Palmetto 10.5-inch AR. This thing was built, I don't know when I put this together. When I first got into guns, maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I can't remember. It's got the KAK brace. I don't know if they even make these anymore. And some random parts. About the most useful thing this thing is good for is throwing fireballs. I mean, it's about the only purpose. Now we are done with pistols. This is the Mossberg Shockwave in 12 gauge. This came straight from Mossberg like this with the heat shield, the cut end barrel there, and the side saddle and rail. Once again, the really only useful thing for this is just for fun. It's got no practical use in my opinion. I'm sure someone's gonna argue that, but I have shot skeet with it though, hit a couple. Switch up the format real quick to get these ones out of the way. These are beautiful rifles. These are Mosin Nagants. They shoot a 7.62 by 54R. 2 of them are Finnish Mosin Nagants and 1 Russian. If you like more historical guns, these are great guns to look into. They got a long history. And if you're one of the lucky 13 subscribers to the channel, you've probably already seen this one. It's the Bergara HMR in the 300 PRC. This is my pride and joy to shoot. Up top, it's got the Vortex PST Viper 6-24. It's a Gen 1 Vortex Viper. Out front on the end, the muzzle device is the APA Fat Bastard Gen 3, I believe. Nightforce rail on it. I think it's got 20 MOA built into it. And Warren rings. And then the, I don't know if I covered the bipod's just a Harris bipod. But this one is by far one of my favorite guns to be behind, other than the cost of ammo. This one here is the Savage 110 BA Stealth chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. Once again, the Gen 1 Vortex PST 6-24. Both these scopes are first focal plane. Out front, it's got the Rise Armament brake on there, and the stock they sent with this gun was not very good, so it's got, I believe that's a Luther AR brand, one of their stocks. This here is a Savage B22 Precision. Kind of used like a trainer rifle. Both this Savage and the last one are in the MTD chassis. That's how they come straight from Savage. Up top it has the Arken EP5 5-25 first focal plane and an Arken scope rail as well. Great little 22. Works good to practice without spending a lot of money. This here is the Ruger Precision Rifle, Gen 2 and 6.5 Creedmoor as well. Sadly, this was actually the gun that got me wanting to buy a bunch of guns, and I stripped the scope off it and the bipod and all the accessories for other rifles. I need to get back to putting something on here to use. This is the Gen 2 Ruger American. It's chambered in 204 Ruger. It's got a Vortex Diamondback Tactical. This one's 6-24 as well. First focal plane. I think it's Vortex rings on it. 204 is a fun round to shoot. These a little harder to find ammo for these now. This started off years ago as a Savage Access 22-inch stainless steel barrel, I think. It's chambered in 308. You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you how accurate it was. Surprised myself. It's got a couple things done to it. I had a gunsmith go through, pillar bed it. I think they did, can't remember what I would say. They made sure the barrel's free floated because the stock didn't fit quite right. It's the Boyd's At-1 stock. It's got just a EGW base on it. Crossfire Vortex scope. This gun was built 5-6 years ago. I can't remember when I put it together, so I do forget some things. Here's another 22. I think it's pronounced Hammerly. Just like a training rifle. It's made in Germany, I believe. I think maybe it's associated with Walther. So maybe somebody else could tell me. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I think most people probably already know what this is here. This is a Ruger 1022. The only thing done to it's got a Leupold scope base on there with 20 MOA. I was using this before I got the B22 for long range 22 shooting. It did its job. And here's this, it's actually a pawn shop find. It is a older Savage model 110 in 270. It's got the Vortex Diamondback. I think it's a 4-12 on it with a 40mm objective. But yep, just a simple deer rifle. While we're talking about pawn shop finds, this is a Marlin 336 with the JM stamp. Caliber is 30-30. Came with the scope and the rings and the see-through, all that stuff. It's got the gold trigger. At the time of this video, when was it, 2024, the levers are going for ridiculous prices, so I think I got a pretty good deal on this one at the pawn shop. Getting into shotguns, this is my favorite shotgun. Absolutely love this thing. It is a Browning BPS. It's got the gold trigger, the gold inlay for the Browning logo. But my favorite thing about this being left-handed, it's got tang safety, and you load through the bottom, eject through the bottom, so no shells flying across your face for the left-handed folks. Another 12 gauge here. This is a Mossberg 930 semi-automatic. It's got a vented barrel. I think it's a field model. These things are harder to find, getting harder to find the shotguns like this with blued barrels and wood stocks, and especially the Browning that I showed. It's still got a metal trigger guard. I don't know why they switched everything to plastic, but yeah, nice shotgun. And the last of the 12 gauges, here's my beater 12 gauge. It's an 870. Takes the 3.5-inch magnums. I think it's supposed to be a turkey gun, but I put it in the kayak and go duck hunting with it. It works, it doesn't rust. It's got a coating on it. Throw it around. I don't care about it. Getting into some of the semi-automatics. This is a Century Arms C308, I believe. They had 2 generations of these. This is the second one. I think most of the parts come from PTR. I'm not sure if PTR puts these together, or maybe somebody else knows, they can tell me. But I believe it's PTR barrel and receiver and stuff. And then it's surplus parts for the handguard, the stock, and I think that's pretty much it. I think the magazine's surplus as well. But this isn't 308. It's pretty much a Spanish set me, if you will, but fun gun to shoot. Most will know what this is. This is a SKS. I think this one is a Chinese one, but nothing done to it. It is the way it came. It shoots the 7.62 by 39, same round as AK. But here's another AR-15. It's the Black Rain Ordnance with the Vortex Spark 2, I think is what's on top of there, and a Streamlight HLX, I think is what it is, with a pressure pad and the BCM grip. I've been debating on letting this thing go and moving into a BCM, but I haven't made my mind up fully. Here's the AR I put together. It's in Aero Precision upper and lower, Timney trigger, Vortex Strike Eagle Gen 2 with the 1:8 on it, illuminated reticle, stock. It's a Magpul. Can't remember which one it is. It's not the MOE. It's a little bit nicer. It's got a battery pouch in there. Magpul grip, radiant charging handle, if I didn't say that. But yeah, just 5.56. All my ARs are 5.56. This is the Zastava ZPAP. I believe this is one that comes straight from Zastava themselves now. It's got the scope mount up top. I think I'm gonna put a dot on it. Not sure. Maybe I'll take opinions in the comments if anybody does comment. But LPVO dot, leave it, take the rail off. I don't know. It came with all the other parts. I got the wood stock for it, and it has an SLR rail up front. I have the original handguard for it, and it's got the EG6 Epsilon, maybe muzzle brake. I'll have to look into that. I got this from somebody, but debating on putting it all back to stock, or maybe I'll keep going forward with the whole tactical AK. Obviously it's chambered in 7.62 by 39. Well, this is the end of it. After this I gotta try to stuff all these back in the safes and whatnot. But regardless, we got the PSA Jackal, chambered in 5.56, 16-inch barrel. Up top it's got a Romeo 5 again, Magpul backup sights. Yeah. Well guys, if you stuck it out this long, listen to my monotone voice for however long it took. That's what I got so far. If you want to like, follow, that'd be great. If not, I'm probably still gonna do this regardless, just for something to do. If anybody wants to comment, choose the next gun, maybe I'll take out, shoot, talk about it. I wouldn't say review, I'm not really a reviewer. I think there's a lot of guys on YouTube already got that covered. They have a lot more time and ammo than I have to give a good opinion. I'll tell you what I know. All this stuff was obviously bought by me, paid for by me. I don't think 13 subscribers are the ones that got me there, but yeah, this is just for fun. Maybe talk to people. Someone can maybe teach me something. Maybe I can teach somebody else something. But we'll see. Thanks.